Hello. So it's been a few weeks, I think, since I spoke to you. And in fact, it has been 6 weeks since my bariatric surgery. And I wanted to catch up with everybody and let you know what's been going on. Um, I've had a really good few weeks, apart from catching a really bad cold and a slight chest problem. Uh, But I've managed to get over that now, which is really good because it took me quicker than normally does. Whether that's significant or not, I don't know. But I'm really pleased about that. So I'm back to getting my energy levels up, exercising a little bit, and doing what I can. So, anyway, on Wednesday, I had my checkup at the hospital. I went off to Alexandra Hospital for my appointment and I saw the amazing team there. And the big takeaway from all of that for me was that I was given confidence that I was doing everything right. I think for me, it was just confirmation. I'm doing what I need to do when I need to do it, and I'm not doing anything I shouldn't do, which was brilliant. A couple of things I had changed, which I'd mentioned to them, was I'd moved off the iron tablets that I was given because they're quite strong, and I'd moved onto the liquid ones that I get from it's a spa, not the spa you go and get a massage and that in, a real old-fashioned spa like a bath where the water actually contains the minerals. And this water that I'd take is an iron water. It's called Spa Tone, and I take that instead every day. It's a liquid, comes in a little sachet, 25 milliliters a day, and I drink that instead. The only thing is, we're not entirely sure whether it'll be sufficient, but what's going to happen is in 6 months, no, in at my 6 month checkup, I will have blood tests done, and that'll confirm whether the ratio of the medications, the vitamins and minerals that I'm taking is sufficient for me. We'll wait and see about that one. I also have replaced the Forceval, I think it's called. It's a multivitamin, way too strong. As I mentioned in my previous posts, it just made me violently ill. Even when I tried to take just a quarter, no, down to an eighth of a tablet, still made me ill. So I've gone on to another multivitamin, which comes from Costco. I could have chosen one of the others, like, oh gosh, I can't, Centrum. There's a few others that they recommended, and they all have similar quantities of the vitamins and minerals. So I checked that on the packaging and it did. So I went with that one. And all they're happy with that because they checked the ingredients as well. All's well with that. From an eating point of view, they are very, very happy that we eat well. I'm having my 3 little meals a day and I'm having 2 little snacks in between. So basically, I have 3 snacks a day, 5 snacks a day, when you consider that they're only, small tablespoon sizes. Well, I would say this is a tiny little glass and it holds 100 milliliters, and I probably eat about half of that at a time. It's about 2 tablespoons of food at a time. They are really happy with that. All of our food at home is homemade. Nothing's processed. So we don't buy tinned jar sauces, things like that. We make everything from scratch, sauces, whatever we use. And that's been really good. They were quite surprised, to be honest, that there were certain things I was already eating that a lot of people can't eat. For example, rice is apparently one of those things that people struggle with. Well, I haven't had any problem with rice. And as I said to them, and salads, apples, anything with a hard skin on. A lot of people have to take the skins off and have just the inside. Well, I don't have any of those problems. And it's because I started that whole thing. Remember, I said to you, I chew my food incredibly well. I chew my food really, really well so that it's very fine before I swallow. And that especially with harder foods. I've just honestly had mango with the skin on because I love mango skins. Always have. I'm a Durbanite, and that's one of the things we do. And I have had mango, and it's not bothered me at all, even with that really tough outer skin. That's been very good. Uh, the um, the healthy breakfasts I'm having are my homemade yogurt with some stewed prunes or pears or whatever I feel like in it. And I've also occasionally will have a granola. Some of it's a keto granola, which just means that it's got less wheat or oats and things in it, and more coconut pieces, more nuts, more of the sort of lower carbohydrate contents. And that's just because I like it. And as well, I want to get as much protein and roughage as I can for my stomach. So that's gone really well. Lunches, I tend to have what I had the day before because the quantity that I can eat is so small that I have about half of what's put in front of me, even though it's a tiny little bowl. And then I put that in the fridge for the next day, and I have that for my lunch as well. Gone really well. And then at night, I have whatever Mark cooks for us, which is always amazing. And as I said, I've had no problem with anything except one night on the way home, he needed to get fuel, so he went to Costco to put fuel in. While he was there, instead of getting a chicken, he decided we would have the chicken wings, and they are Louisiana or some spicy spice. Honestly, they were really spicy. They were divine. And I had two, and then I had two again at dinner time. Twice in a row was just too much, and it sat really heavy. Not even heavy, it's I always done a Bernie or whatever, but the spice in that was just too much too soon. I will continue to have spicy food, and we had chili yesterday, which was divine, but not quite as spicy as that. And I will continue to eat spicy foods until my stomach can tolerate it a little bit better again, because we do like spicy food. So that was the only thing that I so far haven't been able to eat. There's certain things that I don't like as much anymore, interestingly, because they're too sweet. And that is, I believe, a fairly common thing, which for me is really good because of my terrible sweet tooth. So if that helps that would be a real blessing. So, yes, that's been going well. Sometimes at night before or later at night before we go upstairs, I'll have a minute little sort of 50 milliliter sort of espresso cup size of hot chocolate. And in the daytime, I'm now tolerating my coffee again. So I'm having a little miniature latte. Honestly, Mark makes me the most gorgeous little lattes in an espresso cup with latte art on it. It's gorgeous, adorable. Anyway, I have that as well. What else food wise? Food, yeah, generally, I take something with me wherever I go. Church on a Sunday, I'll take a little pouch of fruit with me in the form of, the baby sachets of fruit, pureed fruit, in case I need something to eat. And I take my water bottle with me wherever I go. So let's talk about water. Apart from the medication, which it has got a lot better now that I can eat more. I can swallow the tablets in halves, the bigger ones, which is great. I'm over all of that now. I cannot get in a lot of water. And when I say a lot of water, it's a good idea to have at least 2 liters a day. And I'm barely managing 1. Now, the good thing is that's liquid, as in water in my glass and in my bottle. And that is my 1 liter. I can't remember if that's new from today. I think it is anyway. But some days more than others, I struggle to just drink that 1 liter. But luckily, because of my healthy diet and all of the foods that we eat and the drinks that I drink, I'm getting probably 1.5 liters a day. Now, bear in mind that everybody is different. My digestion has been absolutely fine with that. not having any problems with my passing urine or anything like that. And I've never been a big drinker of water anyway. Even when I was a ballet dancer, I would just sip bits of water every now and again in between. I don't know, just I suppose everybody is different. And for me, they've just said, that's fine. It's absolutely fine. But what I did say to them was that I was not going to give up, though. I will definitely continue to push myself to drink more water as time goes on. And especially if we go somewhere and it's really hot, that'll make it easier for me to drink a bit more water as well. What else did I want to chat to you about and let you know? Okay, well, let's talk about my appointment on Wednesday went very well, as I said. They're very happy. And amazingly, I am now 80.2 kilograms. That means I have lost 19 kilograms already. And if you don't know what that is, you just have to look on the blog. I've got a chart on all of my blog posts now, which I'm going to be tracking my progress. The thing is, I've gone down from a BMI of 41 down to 32.1 already in that short time. It's just amazing. There's like I think it's 3 stone already that I've lost just in the 6 weeks, and they say that is a lot to do with how well I'm controlling my food intake, the type of healthy food that I eat is one of the biggest things, and that I am having those 5 small snacks throughout the day. And so I'm really pleased. I can't tell you, it just was lovely to see and to hear from them that I am doing everything correctly. And thanks to my hubby, because he is the one that provides all the meals and he has been an absolute superstar. And I can't, he's just incredible. It's from Wednesday, they do this little calculation. I don't know what it was, what my expected weight is going to be. But after I'd had all my children, I weighed 50 kilograms. And actually, I wasn't. I was 48 kilograms, which is about 105 pounds or something like that. So I don't know if they've taken that as my expected weight going forward after the 2 years, but you've got a range. I suppose you could say I would be happy if I was 60 kilograms. And I honestly, if I got to 60, I'd be over the moon. If I got to 65, I'd be really, really happy because all of that is still a really manageable good weight. But my expected weight limit for in 2 years would be about between 65 and 80% of my body weight, excess body weight, I would lose. And I have already in 6 weeks lost 35.6% of my excess weight. Just remarkable. And you know what? It's not just about the fact that I've lost the weight, it's about the fact that I'm feeling well, I'm feeling healthy. My bum fits in my wheelchair so much more comfortably, and I don't get squashed when I'm sitting in there, and it doesn't get painful when I'm sitting in my wheelchair for too long anymore. And all of that has been remarkable. I'm standing a little bit more, and I'm definitely feeling the benefit of not weight bearing such a high body mass. It's just fantastic. So for all of that, I am just really, really pleased that I've gone ahead and done this and that it's going really well. And I hope that it continues. What else did I want to say? I think that's probably all for today. Just to say, if you're thinking of doing this yourself, one of the things to think about, and I know this even more, I knew I would have a lot of work ahead of me after the surgery, but I don't think until you've actually had the surgery can you fully comprehend how much work it is going to be for the rest of your life in controlling what you eat, how much you eat, the healthy food that you need to eat. but it's a really good sort of dividing line. It's a way to say, right, from this point forward, this is the future and this is how I'm going to eat. And I think that's been really important for me because I knew all of that. But I now understand that this healthy eating, which we've always done, but if you're not a healthy eater and you do eat processed foods and you do eat a lot of takeaway foods and junk foods, really, then this is going to be a much harder journey for you. And I think it's a good thing for you to prepare yourself for that beforehand by making some drastic changes before you go ahead with the surgery, because you don't want to have the surgery and all the expectation is on the fact that this is a miracle cure and I don't have to do anything to make the weight fall off and keep the weight off for the rest of my life. I'm only 61. For me, the longevity is what? Could I live 30, 20, 40 more years? Yes. And that's a long time to maintain that. And if you're younger and you're doing this, boy, do you need to be absolutely sure that you are committed to this as a lifelong endeavor. So that's what I've got for you today. So thank you, everybody. And pop over to my blog and have a look. You can see what I have written as well as the video. I'll add the video into today's blog. But yeah, it's on there. It's mnell.wordpress. Is it mnell? Yes, mnell2.wordpress.com. So that's MNEL number 2.wordpress.com. Otherwise, you'll find it under Swiss Army Wife on WordPress. So thank you for joining me, everybody. It's been lovely to catch up again, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.